If you're looking for the best gaming mousepad, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we have included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Corsair MM300 Extended. The Corsair MM300 Extended is our top choice if you're looking for an extended gaming mousepad. The surface area is more than a standard medium mousepad, despite a full-size keyboard and macro buttons on the side. The printed-on logo and graphics don't obstruct your mouse in any way, which we like. There are multiple sizes available, including small, medium, and standard, to ensure the MM300 fits your desk as needed. There aren't any major setbacks on this model that we could find. A small thing we noticed is that the mousepad color is actually different from what we saw featured on the website. Thankfully, we didn't receive a rust-colored pad as some customers gripped, but ours did look lighter than the black we expected from the advertisement. We also saw a lot of reviews that protested a strong odor. Fortunately for us and most users, that was not. Those small problems aside, for an excellent extended mousepad, look no further than the Corsair. Moving on to the next at number 2 with SteelSeries Qck Medium. Searching for a budget gaming mousepad? Look no further than the SteelSeries Qck Medium. SteelSeries offers a wide variety of sizes and styles of this pad, all utilizing the same macro-woven cloth. From small to extended, stitched edges or not, to thick or thin padding, there is a style to suit your preferences at a price point lower than most competitors. We found that soft fabric to be quite pleasant and smooth to slide across. As a bonus, it's also washable. Budget options usually have some drawback, and the Qck is no exception. For starters, the logo is raised, but thankfully it isn't so sticky as to immediately stop your mouse. The edges are also not protected, which leaves them susceptible to peeling and fraying. Ours arrived already peeling with frayed edges. All in all, the SteelSeries Qck Medium is for gaming, especially for its budget price and a multitude of available options. The number 3 position is held by ROCCAT Taito Control. The ROCCAT Taito Control is a solid option if you are looking for a large and durable budget mousepad. The edges are stitched up with an electric blue thread that provides durability and some sweet aesthetics. We measured the thickness at 4mm with our calipers, and that seemed like plenty of cushion and noise damping for our testers who frequently pick up their mice. We noticed that the Taito control would slowly work its way around our desk during gameplay, especially during games with heavy mouse movement. The pad's walking issue may be due to the rubber backing not being the best material for all surface types, or the fact that our pad refused to lay completely flat. We used typical smooth top desks for testing. Additionally, we found the logo a bit obstructive. It is large, raised, and sports a rubbery texture. Don't get us wrong, the ROCCAT Taito Control is one of our favorite gaming mousepads, offering plenty of room and control, but it may take time to get used to working around the logo and finding a solution to the walking problem we experienced. Next at number 4 we have Zowie G-SR. Are FPS games your jam? Then we highly recommend the Zowie G-SR for FPS beginners and even veterans. The G-SR is a very large mousepad, offering plenty of room to find a sweet spot of DPI and in-game sensitivity for consistent accuracy. This model stays in place with minimal walking, making it less likely you'll overshoot your target on a quick flick shot. Zowie takes a simplistic approach to gaming equipment, and as such, they use a small tag sewn on the edge to display their logo, leaving it well out of the way. We also found this model to be one of the quietest pads tested. It also works great for game genres other than FPS. Although the G-SR is a solid mousepad, it moved around a bit in testing even with its large size. It wasn't a ton of movement, but by the end of our gaming sessions, we repeatedly had to scoot it back into place. The rubber backing isn't as grippy as some models, but still better than others. We also found that the stitch edges, while high quality, may irritate some users' skin. The same goes for other stitched mousepads as well. Despite these minor flaws, the Zowie G-SR is an exceptional, high-quality gaming mousepad. The number 5 position is held by Logitech G440 Hard. The Logitech G440 Hard Gaming Mousepad is an outstanding choice if you are shopping for a hard mousepad. It's practical and uncomplicated. You don't need to power any flashy lights or deal with additional cables, simplifying your setup. The low friction surface of this model made it one of the fastest in our testing. We also like that the logo is printed beneath the covering. Like most hard mousepads, the G440 is easy to wipe clean if you spill food or liquids on it. The G440, however, is not without its drawbacks. The edges on this pad are sharp and any large quick movement could scrape up your wrist or forearm. We really wish that at minimum the edges were beveled. All mousepads, even cloth, get broken in, but this was much more noticeable on this model because the texture wore away quickly, causing tracking issues with the surface. The Logitech G440's slick surface and excellent speed make these drawbacks easy to overlook, especially if you find an easy solution to resolve the sharp edge situation. The number 6 position is dominated by Razer Firefly V2. Looking to add a little flair to your setup? The Razer Firefly V2 is an excellent hard pad that can do just that with its virtually 360-degree, fully customizable RGB lighting. Razer has improved on the previous Firefly by adding a low-profile cable hub and a cable catch that's built right in. You can move your mouse effortlessly across the smooth surface without worrying about scratching yourself on a sharp lip, thanks to the rounded edge of the LED strip. Unfortunately, the cable hub doesn't support USB pass-through though, which means it takes up a precious USB slot. We also found that setting up the lighting the way we wanted it was a little confusing and time-consuming. This nuance can be avoided by using one of the presets: audio meter, breathing, reactive, spectrum cycling, static, or wave. We also used describing tracking issues with their mice on this pad, but none of our 6 testing mice had any trouble. Overall, the Razer Firefly V2 is a nice hard pad with some added RGB flair. Moving on to the next at number 7 with BladeHawk's BX04 RGB. If you've noticed that your desk space is lacking or that most extended mousepads are too large, look no further than the BladeHawk's BX04. It offers good control with the added glamour of RGB lighting. It lets you easily swap through 7 static lighting modes and 3 dynamic modes with the press of a button. You also don't have to worry about the pad peeling or fraying. The light strip is sewn onto the edges, reinforcing them considerably. Similar to other RGB pads, the BladeHawk doesn't offer a USB pass-through, so it takes up a USB slot on your computer. The RGB settings are easy to cycle through, but you are limited to the manufacturer's presets without the option to customize. Additionally, we found the stitched edges to be really irritating. One tester complained that the stitches felt like they were made out of a fishing line. Past the irritating edge stitching, the BladeHawk's BX04 RGB is a great control pad that won't take up too much space. The number 8 position is held by Corsair MM800 RGB Polaris. The Corsair MM800 RGB Polaris is a good option for a hard mousepad if you want RGB lighting but don't want to sacrifice a USB slot. The built-in USB pass-through for your mouse means that the mousepad and mouse only take up a single USB slot on your computer. The lighting on this model is also fully customizable and can be adjusted to perfectly match your setup. We found that the rubber base grips most surfaces well, anchoring it to place even during high-intensity moments. There are some downsides to the MM800. The hub for the cord and USB pass-through seem to occasionally get in the way. It is centered on the pad and sticks up above the mouse surface by about 14 mm. On two of our test PCs, we discovered that the mousepad wouldn't connect to the software plugged into a USB slot on the motherboard, but would still light up with the default spiral rainbow. You need to log into the software for the effects to take place. If you don't, the manufacturer default rainbow spiral setting will continuously run. All things considered, the Corsair MM800 RGB Polaris is a decent hard mousepad, especially if you have a wireless mouse. Next, at number 9, we have VicTsing Extended Gaming Mousepad. Shopping for an extended mousepad on a budget? The VicTsing Extended Gaming Mousepad is an excellent option. This pad is very wide, giving lots of room for in-game vertical movement, possibly due to the sheer size or the grippy rubber backing. We found that this mousepad does not move. It stayed put even during our most intense gaming moments. Plus, if you're sweating heavily, you needn't worry because the surface is water resistant. There are minimal issues when it comes to the VicTsing Extended. If your setup includes a 10-key keyboard with or without macro buttons, you might find yourself wanting a little more horizontal room. Doing our research, we also found multiple complaints about this pad causing tracking issues, though we never experienced this with any of our test mice. All in all, the VicTsing Extended is a great budget option for. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Cooler Master MP510. This pad offered in sizes from small to extended. You're sure to find one that suits your mouse sensitivity and available desk space. We appreciated that the logo is smooth on the pad, not impeding your mouse movement as some raised logos can do. The stitched edges also add extra durability to this model, and if you're prone to spilling drinks, you'll appreciate the splash-proof surface. There are some slight downsides to this model. If you like to use your whole arm for movements, the rougher feel of the Cordura fabric might be irritating. The coarser fabric might also wear down the skates on your mouse faster than you'd like. If you want great control and don't mind the rough material, the Cooler Master MP510 is our top recommendation for a speed pad. That's all for today. We upload tech product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe for the upcoming video notification.